Hello and welcome to Game 2 in this best of 3 between Manta Style and Crimson Guard in the upper bracket quarterfinals of the Premier Amateur Community League. Last game, we saw Crimson Guard come out of the gate strong, but they did eventually get run over by Manta Style's draft as they just couldn't keep up anymore with PA blinking in onto Drow and taking away the entire team's damage, as well as some fantastic play from Live Man or Live Grade.
Live Man.
yeah. Live Grade keeping his men alive away from that scythe and keeping his team in for long enough for that long enough for the Manta draft to come online and just barrel down the lanes to take everything out. So it looks like this game, Manta Style, they've gone for a very similar set of bans as they did in the previous one, but Crimson Guard, they're getting rid of the tree, the centaur, and their own phoenix. So what do you think Crimson Guard are thinking about trying to figure out their draft this game?
Since Manta Style have the first pick, taking Phoenix out of the pool seems like a good idea to me, as well as like Tree and Centaur are just gross heroes. Like they're so good. But if you were unaware, Fire Fist is widely considered by most of the PAC community to be very good at Phoenix, like maybe the best Phoenix in the league.
All right. So they don't want to let him have that comfort hero out. Totally makes sense. This ogre
He just
first
takes
pick,
over games with it.
Yeah. I mean, normally I feel like Sunny does the same thing. He had some good plays as the Phoenix, as good as he really could have, given the way that the game was going. But you know, that Medusa early on just able to hit him and couldn't really do anything about it. Almost a reverse of the draft here. Manta Style say, we recognize that Oracle completely destroyed us as far as Necro is concerned, so we're going to pick it up as soon as Necro is grabbed for Crimson Guard.
Yeah,
Oh wait, no, it's same way around. Darn it. I do that every time because Radiant is on top in this screen. I still have not gotten used to that.
See if he does it again.
But Manta Style taking the Oracle again in answer to Crimson Guard's Necrophos. Oh man, but they do get the Earthshaker this time, presumably for Sunny, since that Phoenix is banned out.
And the Arc Warden being banned out again as well. This guy's like, if you ever get a play against it, or if you ever get to see it, he is like actually very good at Arc Warden. There's like 4 or 5 Arc Warden players in the league that are just like, if they get their Arc Warden and it's a good Arc Warden game, like you can't win.
Yeah, I saw an Undefined play Arc Warden on Sunday in the ATDL, one of the one of the other leagues that questionable 5 are in, and it was just utterly dominant. There was like not a point
so
in the game. Yeah. There was like not a point in the game where I thought that he was in the wrong place or doing the wrong thing. But Manta Style getting rid of the PL here at the very end. Do you think maybe that means they're going to try to... No, they can't really fit... Is it maybe a Zeus style Manta Style or like... Yeah, I feel like Zeus could play this game.
It does look like a pretty good Zeus game actually so far. Like it's good against Necro because really like a lot of burst damage, and it's good against Earthshaker because of vision.
And that static field can prevent the blink as well as the ult if you time it well as well. And Pugna, actually.
I'm more interested in the Night Stalker.
Is it... I mean, I'd assume it's a 4 Night Stalker, right?
Yeah, I have to assume it's a 4 Night Stalker. And then, I mean, I guess they just don't want to run an offlane Necro again. Because one of these two heroes, like this does not seem like a support duo that you want. Earthshaker Night Stalker.
Well, it could be a 3-position Night Stalker. Like, that was a thing a while back. Crimson Guard, this is an important game for them. If they lose this game, they are out, right? Or they still have lower bracket to go through.
Yeah, they still have lower bracket.
All right, so they're not on the they don't have their tournament lives on the line, but they definitely don't want to have to fight through the lower bracket if they don't have to. So maybe it's time they're going to try to reveal something new. Could be a 2-position Night Stalker way back in the day when that was a thing.
Yeah, I don't think so.
But I want it to be again, man. It would be so exciting.
people who played in 2012 that aren't S4.
Nah, it was like 2013, dude. Come on.
It was 2013, yeah. Yeah, S4 played Night Stalker a lot, actually.
Man, those were the
But
days when mid was a roaming ganker.
the Pugma here, I think they just wanted it for Necro Earthshaker, right? Because both of them have really high mana costs.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, that hero is really good against them. The Night Stalker, though, is actually pretty good against Pugna, especially at nighttime. I mean, yeah, but like you don't even have to commit the silence to stop life drain before Ags.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at night, anyways.
Luna, interesting. So I definitely like the Luna pick out of Manta style. It's something that's become very situational, but since it's gonna be nighttime so much, that bonus night vision, there's not a whole lot of heroes that have it, and none of them are really great in the meta right now. There's Sniper, there's Slark, and there's Luna, and of those three, if I had to choose one to be on my team, I'd definitely be choosing a Luna.
Winter Wyvern kind of has bonus night vision at level 15.
Yeah, and you could get it on Monkey King as well, but
I think Spirit Breaker also has a night vision talent.
oh yeah,
I'm
he
not...
does. Spirit Breaker would be good, but they already have their 4 position filled, and they don't want to have a Spirit Breaker and a Pugna, like 2 cores that aren't really super strong in the late game. When Crimson
Yeah.
Guard are not going to have any difficulty defending their towers early with their draft. Like Earthshaker can delay forever. Night Stalker makes you afraid at nighttime, so you don't really want to push into it. Necrophos can hold his lane for years and not care at all, right? While the animates
And
farm. So they have to have
Not to mention, like, Luna is really good late game against AM, like, despite Eclipse not really mattering. Just the straight, like, if they right-click each other and they both have Mantas, like, AM doesn't have Manta pretty much immediately, and Luna still does.
Yeah, and there's a lot of, I mean, both the supports right now out of Crimson Guard, presuming that's a support duo, are melee, so they can't really stay in the fight and do a whole lot without just being glaved out.
5 seconds remain.
Yeah, that's very true.
It almost makes every fight for Manta style a 3v5.
This anti-mage pick is just... It's interesting. Like, it's really good against the Pugna, and I'd say it's okay against Oracle. But the Pugna is definitely what they're looking for, right? Like, they want to jump on Pugna before he has chance to use anything. Probably Netherward's already down, but
100%.
and just blow him up and make his whole team take as much damage as possible.
It's hard, though, because I'm pretty sure if you get the Fate's Edict off onto Pugna, the amount of damage that your ult does in an AoE is based on the amount of damage you do to the hero and not to the amount of damage you would do before reductions to the hero. So you don't even get the AoE damage if Oracle's quick on the draw there. And we saw last game, Live Grade is very good at being quick on the draw. Doom. So now Anti-Mage is not a hero.
Doom is my favorite hero. So I'm very happy that they picked Doom this game.
Oh, man. I don't think we can be friends.
I'm sorry. Well, Puck's probably my favorite hero, and then Doom.
Okay. We can be more than friends then. In that case. Until you play Doom.
This is a really good Doom game, actually, now that I'm looking at it. Like, he doesn't want to take that much farm, but he wants, like, a decent amount where he kind of shares it with Pugna. And Doom, like, his ult is just really good against both Necro and Anti-Mage this game.
Yeah, Doom's ult will be amazing. And having that extra move speed and heal makes him so hard to scythe. Like, it's already difficult to choose anybody to scythe on Manta style because of Live Grade. And now there's a hero that Live Grade doesn't even have to pay attention to when it comes to choosing his Fate's Edict target. And that's really, really strong for them. I do want to say Bobo to Pro with the Sniper. Most of the time, Sniper's not amazing in this meta right now.
Yeah, I'd probably say Sniper's the worst hero in the game.
But I don't think he's the worst hero in the game. That's got to be like Chen or something. But Sniper, he does have that bonus night vision and is going to be able to kill the ward from Frogger as easily as any hero could. Because he just throws out a shrapnel where he thinks the ward is, hits it 4 times, can do that pretty quickly and pretty easily, and isn't going to be caught up in the glaives either from Luna. So for this draft, I feel like he does really well.
And not to mention, he's actually really good against Doom, because Doom has 0 armor the whole game. He has 0 base armor, and like he gets to like 3 armor at level 25 just from straight stats. So, and he really doesn't have a way to jump the sniper, and they in general they don't really have a way to jump the sniper unless they
I
get
would
blink on.
expect a Shivas from Fire Fist this game though, because like you say, sniper can't really do anything against armor. And if you just get a Shivas and one other like AoE armor item, maybe a mech even, like an early mech out of Frogger, I feel like of the games to get it, this is that game. But we're going to go ahead and get in, see who's playing on what and where. Sidlow playing on the safe lane as Animage. Sunny going out on that Night Stalker to join him on what looks like to be a 5-position Night Stalker. Haven't seen that in a very long time. 4-position Earthshaker picked up by Abomination in the off lane, joining Avalanche as that Necro once again. Boba Pro going in mid on the Sniper. Here we don't see a whole lot of, but I'm excited to watch how that goes out. Fire Fist playing on the Doom here on the off lane. He did so much work as the Centaur last game, regardless of how his lane started.
Yeah, I was gonna say, especially considering his lane.
So I'm definitely excited to see how in a lane where he should win, just throwing out those Infernal Blades onto this double melee lane from Crimson Guard, I feel like it's going to be a really dominant performance from him. Retman as well, throwing out some Ignites, maybe a Fire Blast or a Bloodlust or two, just being in there and beating on the enemy heroes and not really caring about the damage he takes in return with a whole tango right now. He has 5 mangoes. He's going to have 6. Going to have 8.5 regen permanently.
This is disgusting.
It really
I
is.
hate this build so much.
Frogger going mid on the Pugna, and in the bottom lane we'll have playing on the safe lane Luna. Library playing on that Oracle once again. Completely destroyed the game last time, preventing anything from Avalanche that he wanted to try to make happen, even though he had probably the best lane he possibly could have had. And I expect the same to happen once again.
This top lane is gonna go very hard towards Manta style. I feel like Night Stalker against Doom is fairly bad because just of the high health pool, and Night Stalker's laning is in general not great.
Yeah.
And Anti-Mage is like just so passive.
Yeah, definitely. I think that Manta wins every lane on the draft, so Crimson Guard have to play out of their minds to make this happen. Already we're seeing just the beatdown happen as Retman just walks at Sidlow and he's like, I hit you? You hit me? Lol, that's funny. 8.8 regen now with all 6 mangoes. Oh my god. Not even an Orb Venom here.
This is so gross.
Absolutely disgusting. Hilarious, but disgusting. Boba Pro having an okay time here, keeping Frogger forced out, keeping him at least relatively far back for a little bit, but yeah, now both are going to be level 2 here, and it's going to be so much more difficult with that Nether Blast coming out. What's happening down here in the bottom lane? Looks like Stick is ready for Avalanche, just wants to survive mostly, probably going to get that Ghost Shroud. At level 3 even in this lane, wants to make sure he can heal up. He could go for level 4 though, it just depends on how the lane is going at that point. We do see the Infernal Blade coming out top lane. This, oh man, it is so hard right now. I will say, mildly impressed. Sidlow is actually doing an okay time. Oh, actually we're gonna see all 3 shrapnel charges used getting the kill, and this is actually like a super dangerous time to play against Sniper in lane. When he has that level 2 shrapnel and has all 3 charges, like that's probably the time where Sniper is most likely to get a kill on you. And Boba Pro does take advantage of that.
Right at level 3 and right at level 6 are like his 2 really strong laning power spikes.
However, now you have to stay back because you have no shrapnel charges and you got to build it up over 3 minutes.
Top lane, Sunny's taking a lot of damage here. Doom even has Thunderclap, so if they want this kill, they have it.
Yeah, they're looking for it, trying to get the vision. Still no slow from Retman. Does have the ignite now. They're going to go for it. Not going to burn the mana for the Thunderclap, just going to walk him down with right clicks. However, Sidlow coming into the area, maybe wants to try to fight back, at least take some... Oh, he doesn't have actually mana break right now, so I was going to say try to take some mana away. He's gone for the Blink Spell Shield, super defensive right now. Bottom lane, we are going to see Avalanche go down. did not have Ghost Shroud just yet, still in level 2, was forced away from the lane, it looks like, and not able to use those stick charges as effectively as he would like as a result.
I don't even think Avo wants to skill Ghost Shroud in this lane, right? Because you have Fortune's End to purge it.
You still want it for the heal. Like, you Ghost Shroud, Wand, and Death Pulse, and you get, like, what, twice as much heal out of it? Yeah, 75% restore amplification, which basically, like, at level... Even at level 3, if you get the Ghost Shroud and you have 10 Wand charges with a Death Pulse, that takes you back to full HP. And I think in this lane you need that. And then if it get purged, you're not taking bonus damage from Lucent Beam. Great.
Yeah, it's just like the burst damage that they have potential to put out, right? Like, you go Lucent Beam plus Fortune's End, Purifying Flames, like, it not only purges it, but it also just does so much damage.
Yeah, it does do quite a bit there. Gonna have the Fire Blast coming out onto Sidlow. It's gonna blink away, but that blink is not gonna stop the Ignite. Normally that would disjoint. I guess the Ignite animation was not finished when Sidlow blinked and he didn't blink out of cast range. Is that what happened there?
Wait, did he not get hit by Ignite?
No, he did get hit by the Ignite, but after he blinked.
My thanks to thee.
But I think the animation was not finished on the Ignite, and Sidlow did not blink out of cast range, so it still went off even though he had blinked.
Yeah, that's exactly how that works. Hold that thought in the bot lane. Is actually getting ran down here. They're trying to do enough damage to Avo, but it's just...
Yeah,
he's not going to quite get taken down.
Purifying Flames. He didn't get the last hit though. Abomination gets the last hit, so at least that's a little bit of a boon for Manta style. But this is the only lane that Crimson Guard have a really strong chance in, I would think. And
Redman's getting ran down here by just the Night Stalker.
Yeah, he's still fine though. He has used his mangoes, but at this point he has 5.6 regen. They're gonna use the haste on Fire Fist from that Bloodlust. Gonna throw out a Fire Blast as well from onto Sidlow, just forcing him away. Retman's like, I still regen plenty. I don't need any of your shit, Sunny. Sunny does look like he's gonna get both of these wards though, and maybe since he has some extra mana, the ward does go away of Retman, but yeah, Retman has some difficulty getting back into tower. It's gonna be a couple right clicks required though, since he does have. Oh, does he have it? There's no void. Okay, Sunny is able to get that kill, protected by the Stout Shield. Feels totally safe going under the tower. So Crimson Guard playing these lanes really well. Like, it felt like every single lane was probably gonna go the way of Manta, but Crimson managed to taking some of this back. Frogger juking out, getting on Bobo to Pro, throwing out the Nether Blast. Actually, oh man, that was really late there on the Nether Blast. I think he could have killed Bobo there pretty easily if he'd thrown out the Nether a little bit sooner. Just wasn't quite sure of where he was there. Didn't quite have the vision that he needed to make that decision quickly.
He does have a raindrop on Sniper though. He has one charge left now.
I think you still need to throw it out though. We are going to have a disconnect from Bobo to Pro. I'm going to take this opportunity to go get my tea off the stove. I'll be like 10 seconds.
I really like the Doom pick. Looks like the game will win here.
Okay, we're unpaused. Go, 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 kill, 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 kill.
TPing back to top from the Earthshaker, and Red's just standing behind the tower.
This game has already gotten back underway. Bobo to Pro has reconnected, and in top lane we're going to have a bit of a clash.
He's just grabbing the wave.
And pulling it out. Looks like there's going to be a couple of extra heroes up here in top lane. Crimson Guard want to make something happen. Sunny at full HP and mana has the Hunter in the Night, and that's a fantastic block from Abomination. Fire Fist, he is going to get hasted up there by the Bloodlust. They're going to try to make something happen here. Wait for the... Meanwhile, mid lane, we're going to lose a Sniper. Fire Fist is able to get away, and Retman just beating down Sidlow. He's trading his HP pretty effectively. Fire Fist still alive for the time being. Yes, the Infernal Blade and a Fire Blast out of the Night Stalker. That'll be after even the... That was set up as well as it could be by Abomination, and they just could not deal with these ultra tanky heroes out of Manta.
Dire's middle tower taking damage.
Mid
Yeah,
tower going down
Doom
as well.
has a really serious health pool here. 1100 at level 5, and he has built no health items.
And Scorched Earth as well. Did a lot of work there.
Yeah, the
And the attack
regen.
speed slow out of Thunderclap.
I mean,
It's
I personally wouldn't be going for Thunderclap here, but it's alright.
I mean, it's just what he had, right? Gets a little bit of attack speed to his own, gets the attack speed slow and the move slow. A little bit of bonus damage if they run at him like that. And it is a triple melee lane at this point. Like, that's actually super value. Like,
I don't even... I feel like I personally wouldn't have even leveled Devour at this point.
He wants to get a little bit of bonus gold. You always want... Even if maybe it's not the greatest thing, you still always want to get the bonus gold. Frogger there trying to dodge the snipe, the assassinate with the illusion rune there. Not quite gonna work out the way that he would like. Illusion rune, unfortunately, unlike Manta, does not disjoint shit.
Avalok in the bottom lane. He's trying to pull a wave here, but he might regret it in a second.
Yeah, he's getting fire blasted up after some Lucent Beam damage, and Lucent Beam will be enough for to go ahead and take him down once again.
Sniper finds a kill in the mid lane while that's happening, though. No response available as they were chasing down the Necro.
Yeah, and able to get that off with the Arcane Rune is... Oh no, he'd get the Arcane Rune afterwards, so it's not going to get the mana efficiency, but it's still going to get that Arcane Rune afterwards and be happy to get the respawn efficiency on that Shrapnel.
Doom has his level 6 here, and it looks like they're just going to leave him alone in this lane. Like,
Oh, he's getting the Ensnare.
Ensnare is definitely what you want. It's basically the spell that you want to keep for the whole game if you're not safe lane carry.
Even getting a stack off at the same time, just the efficiency. So Abomination sitting over here. Looks like that mid tower is eventually going to go down. Once again, going to have a pause come out.
The third pause of the game, I think.
Do they have one at the start?
Yeah, Live said lag or something.
Oh, right. I think I was just talking and forgot about it.
It's okay.
So new raindrops from everybody. So many raindrops in this game these days. I mean, this game especially, there's just so many like one-time nukes that you rely on for harass, and the raindrops are super efficient. And they get just that little bit of extra amount of regen.
And it's like against certain heroes, like Sniper has a raindrop because he doesn't want Pugna to just walk up to him, right? And Luna has one because, you know, obvious reasons. It just kind of negates Death Pulse because it does such low damage overall.
Yeah, Death Pulse, fantastic spell, but doesn't really... I mean, you can't. You're gonna have to burn all 5 raindrop charges because the cooldown is what, 8 seconds at start, 5 seconds at lowest, and the raindrop has a 7-second cooldown. So unless you're able to get it off on cooldown, you're not even gonna get anything out of it, and you don't want to be casting that frequently anyway. So, how much does raindrop block actually? 75, 50?
80.
Oh wait, no, 120.
120.
It blocks the entire thing. Oh, no, it's just heal. So you take it down to 100, but then you're also talking about the reductions, so it blocks like all but 40 damage.
Yeah, I'd say it blocks like half or more, probably.
Yeah, level 4, it's 220 damage on the Death Pulse. You have a base 25% magic resist, taking you down to 165, block 120. There's 45 damage left. So it does almost nothing at that point, besides the heal. Have we said what this pause is about? Nope, no clue. Somebody having some issues. What do we have coming up for items? Are gonna have an urn, it looks like, coming for live grade. I forgot urn is made of a windlace these days. I need to get it more. That windlace like change is super value.
I don't think Urn's made with Windlace.
Is it not? I don't think it's just the raindrop circlet bringer protection recipe. I think
Yes, it is.
Really?
Yeah, I just checked. So he's just buying a Windlace just for a little bit extra movement speed. You know, being able to catch up to his heroes, and maybe get away from the Night Stalker in some cases.
Yeah, alright. I don't know, for some reason I was thinking that came out of the windlace as well, but... What do we have over here for Avalanche? He's gonna go for the much more aggressive Veil mech build. It looks, or is Veil mech build. It looks like out of Avalanche. I really like this game. Like we're talking about the bonus armor being important against Sniper, but it's also super important against Luna and Doom. Like the Doom wants to run at you and hit you with the Infernal Blade and then just auto attack you to death with either the Ensnare or the Alpha Wolf.
In some cases, Doom wants to do that, but it looks like he's going for the Blink Dagger here, which means he's more of a ult-oriented build. So he's gonna try to use Infernal Blade on someone other than the target that he dooms, most likely. Like what you generally do in this case, especially against like super tanky heroes or super squishy heroes like Night Stalker versus Sniper, right? Is you want to Infernal Blade the tanky guy and Doom the squishy guy, and it does pure damage, so it's good against anti-mage as well. So if you Infernal Blade the tanky guy, it does percent damage, right? 5% at level 4. And Night Stalker's just like really crippled after that.
And that's per second for 4 seconds, right? So a total of 20% max HP is damage, right?
Yes.
Plus the 25 bonus, but that's not super.
Yeah, that's not
that
the
point.
important part.
Yeah, that's actually lunacy. It does look like Animage Sidlow. He's having a lot of difficulty in this lane. Like half the CS that you want to have like in an uncontested lane in Animage right now. So he's gonna make sure he gets those treads before he tries to get anywhere else. Do you think he's gonna go for the Battle Fury this game, or is he gonna try for something that was a little out there, maybe in like 2014, 2015, getting the Vanguard or the Vlads as an option to fight instead of farm?
Vanguard is generally like a bit of a catch-up item for AM, because you can just like creeps essentially don't do damage to you, so you just sort of walk into the jungle and hit it, as well as like a little bit of bonus regen. But Vanguard this game is really, really bad against the other team. Like they really don't do physical damage other than Luna, and like the damage block against Luna is just not enough. Like she does so much damage. Vlad's is a decent pickup, I think. It's coming up a little more popular nowadays, but not necessarily on AM, but in general. But like, if he doesn't have a Battle Fury, it's not anti-mage. Is how I see it.
Yeah, that's fair. You definitely want to try to get that scaling. It's like, but at the same time, we used to think the same thing about Spectre, right? Like Spectre without Radiance is not Spectre.
The difference is AM really doesn't have a way to fight before his like 2-3 items with Manta and Basher or whatever your third item happens to be. And if you go one of these other slower items like like a more fighting build like a Vlad's or a Vanguard, it's still like really hard for you to do anything, because you're just scaling so much slower than Luna, for example, who has her farming tool built in.
Yeah, Luna, once you do get that Mask of Madness, is just absolutely destructive in terms of ricing the jungle.
And like Battle Fury in general is just like, even if you're getting it late, you want a Battle Fury because you farm your next item in 3-4 minutes as anti-mage, because like Blink just accelerates you so much.
Yeah, that's definitely fair. I don't remember who it was who was doing the Vanguard fighting build for a while. There was one tournament where it was being picked up. Do you remember what it was?
I have no idea.
I
remember it happening though, because like we used to pick anti-mage a lot on my team.
Who was it that did that? Was it Burnin?
I don't think it was Burning.
Was it? We are going to see a Night Stalker actually go down here in the bottom or in the mid lane. Was picked off by Livegrade trying to walk up the hill. Looks like maybe a little bit of a fight getting prepared for up in the top lane. Gonna have Retman come up with Frogger and Livegrave. Former rotation from Manta. There's gonna be a Doom out onto Anti-Mage there, but he's gonna be able to walk away for the time being, just walking up into the trees. Still has half the time. Manta trying to get inside. Abomination making a lot of space for him. There's the Fire Blast coming out, but he just didn't cast it, allowing Frogger to do all the damage there and take care of it himself. Now Retman walking forward on Abomination, getting the Aftershock stun onto 3, but it's not going to be enough. It's going to get picked off there at the end by the final Purifying Flames. A lot of heroes getting really low, including down here in the bottom lane, nearly going down. Actually was able to kill off concurrently the Necrophos. How did that happen? Oh, it happened from the Eclipse.
Dire's top tower is being attacked.
If he pops Ghost Shroud, Eclipse is gonna melt him. He actually doesn't have a point in Ghost Shroud, like I predicted.
He tried to go for the Reaper Scythe, but I guess got the Eclipse off before the Reaper Scythe was done.
Yeah, just barely able to live through it. Oh, a lucky regen rune in top, actually, but...
Doesn't matter, he still goes down. But with a pro, right there with the Assassinate.
He bottled up the regen. He took Frogger's bottle.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Now he's gonna give it, I can't even give it back yet. He has regen rune in it. Curious. Where did he go? Oh, he stayed. He decided to use it and give it back so he could walk out. Damn. Let's see. Where is AIM right now? Farming the bottom lane? Does he have anything on the courier? No, he just finished his treads. Okay, so he's trying really hard to catch up right now, just going wherever the enemy heroes aren't. And the struggle, though, is Luna right now has his Morbid Mask. And now he's going to start killing the creeps in lane, killing the creeps in jungle. Just put 2 extra points in Moonglaves. He was saving those until now. And that is... it just accelerates your farm so much. Like, I don't know how you keep up at this point. You don't have your Battle Fury yet. We're going to see Frogger come forward, get the full combo onto Avalanche, but it's not quite going to be enough to kill him off. It was close. But Avalanche is able to walk away at this point. Pinging a little bit, says, oh, you know, why didn't you come over here and Lucent Beam? It's like, well, I got farm to do, too.
Yeah, now Frogger's just gonna push into this bot lane with Avo being so low.
Yeah, it looks like the Blink Dagger almost there out on Fire Fist, and looks like we'll have it after this camp. Oh, excuse me. And with that Blink Dagger, it's gonna be
that guy melted.
Yeah, he just got completely destroyed. Nether Blast there doing so much damage. We are gonna see Boba Pro try to move forward onto this. Live Grade looks like is gonna go down. Oh no, he canceled the ult, but Sunny now is in here with the DD. They're trying to get this kill. He wanted to save the ult to try to hit Frogger or something, or walk away.
He used Fate's Edict on himself on Live Grade, so he didn't want to complete it.
Yeah, eventually Boba Pro does get that kill, and now the Echo Slam comes out from Sunny. That'll be enough to finish off Retman and Frogger. Actually, Retman going down to Sunny on the backside with that DD rune. So what looked like a pretty promising start for Manta in that fight does get turned around. The Crimson Guard TPs a bunch of heroes, and they are able to, you know, get what they wanted out of it. Battle Fury is coming slowly but surely on Sidlow. Meanwhile, however, is just completely walking through the jungle. Now he has a Mask of Madness finished as well. And at this point, it's not even a contest. You take creeps away so quickly out of the map. Yes, Yasha, I would not be surprised to see it at 15 minutes, even though it's 2,000 gold in a minute and a half with the stacks that are being put up.
Yeah, like
16.
Luna is just disgustingly fast at farming, and he's gonna move towards this top lane, and they're just gonna try and secure the Dire jungle, probably. They don't want AM getting anything out of the game, and he's trying to farm up his Battle Fury, but...
Yeah, it just feels like it's probably going to be too little too late. Meanwhile, the Boba Pro is working on his mid-game fighting items. Is about 800 gold, 600 gold away from his Dragon Lance, and that's going to make it a lot harder for Manta Style to actually get on top of him. At the same time, though, this Blink is already out for Fire Fist, who's just picked up an Invis rune and wants to try to go find a play with that. I would not be surprised to see that it works. We are going to see in bottom lane Frogger taking the tower, but he's going to pay with his life. Boba Pro able to get that, and that'll get him really close to having that that Dragonlance very quickly. Scan used to spot out moving forward, and now Sidlow does have to back away because he's just going to get right-clicked to death. Actually has 2 levels even on top of Sidlow at this point. Sidlow, though, making a very...
Invis here.
Yeah, he's looking to try to go for it. Oh, no, Avalanche sees that. He should.
I don't think he saw that.
Oh, maybe he wasn't looking at his hero, but... that should be very clear. Now there's a blink forward as well as the root, and now gonna use the Doom after the root's over, and he already has gotten the Infernal Blade. He's trying to get another one. I do think that Animage survives here with the help of Avalanche. Avalanche is able to even get the kill out onto using that Reaper Scythe, and yeah, with the Death Pulse heal, Animage will survive that. So good team play and good positioning from Crimson Guard there.
I'm really surprised that he went for that with Necro. Just like he walked past the Necro farming in the jungle, like right there, and he thought it would still be okay. I guess I guess he didn't expect everyone to TP.
Yeah, I mean, I think so the way that he played it, he was trying to maximize the amount of time that he had. That looked like a puck for a moment as he was coming up the hill using the Hunter and the Knight. I was very confused to see a puck in the game, but I think that he thought he'd be able to get a second Infernal Blade off, because the way that he played it, he started with the Infernal Blade, and then the Root, and then the Doom, and he almost got a second Infernal Blade off and tried to do it. He took 3 tower shots because he was trying, and I think that was his plan to make sure that was finished off, because I think with that it would have worked.
I don't even think so. Like, AM has so much regen and like spell shield and stuff.
Oh, Avalanche was thinking about the TP, but he did see Retman coming through. Fantastic block off from Abomination. That was an absolutely amazing fissure, but it's not going to be enough. Library coming in to clean up Avalanche there. Was there a ward over here on the side that Avalanche saw? Because he had TP and decided not to use it. But I don't see a ward over here. I feel like the only way he doesn't TP there is if he knows the Ogre is in the area. But both of these wards are brand new here in top, so I don't know how he saw it. Guess he just sussed it out from Ogre not being in the area. Looks like we are going to see an engagement here in the top lane. The high ground advantage will be Manta's, however, in this fight. But the numbers advantage will go the way of CG. So it looks like Manta are going to go ahead and back away. They can do so for free for the time being. Sidlow, meanwhile, only 300 gold away for his Battle Fury, so he has managed to catch up. And this should help him accelerate and get back on top. Even his second in the CS at this point, and in terms of net worth, he's down a little ways. Sunny, with as many kills as he's managed to pick up on his hero, is actually dominating the net worth chart right now. Especially given his CS is... It's up there, but not close to Luna's at all. We are going to see movement forward on a smoke from Manta, though. They are able to pop Necrophos pretty quickly, but they're not able to finish him off just in time, and Avalanche actually is able to get away. Doom is used on the backside. Live Grade finishing off with the Purifying Flames onto the Necrophos. Avalanche going down. After the Doom, there's going to be a Fire Blast as well as a Root, and that will eventually go the way of Fire Fist. Kill onto Sniper there. Sunny, not in the position that you really want to be in. He was... I mean, prior to that fight, just guarding out, looking for a smoke coming this way, but smoke does come out this way instead, and that will be the end of Sunny as well. So Manta able to get this mid-tier 2 out of that fight, and they do have to back off now. They have still the Eclipse, but without a Doom, it's really hard to ensure you're able to take this engagement. And now with the Battle Fury and some extra raindrops on Sidlow, as well as that bottom tier 1 going the way of Crimson Guard by the creeps, you know, a little bit of extra gold, this is the time for them to start catching up. There are still 2 outer towers that they can afford to give away, but Manta recognize this. They're going to go ahead and go for the Roshan here, make sure that they can get this push underway, take the map away from Crimson Guard before they can fully recover now that that Battle Fury is complete. Looks like Crimson Guard are aware this is happening. They throw the shrapnel out into the pit. They fully expected this. I hear... Where was that? Looks like he's going on to Sidlow here, using the... Just the Bloodlust to get extra damage onto Sidlow. Sidlow wanding up. There's going to be a fight up here in the top lane. Carry versus carry, and the rest of the team versus each other. Avalot's taking a lot of damage there from Frogger as he comes in with the Nether Blast. Now he's going to get ulted up. He will eventually go down. Night Stalker dying in the meanwhile. Waiting for the... Trying to wait for the end of the False Promise. Now there is a TP back from Sidlow going forward on the live grade. The ult from Sniper should be able to finish him off, but he gets the Fate's Edict. Sidlow was not ready for that. Has a blink available, but he's going to have to not use it. And is still able to get that kill in the end. 3 for 1 in favor of Crimson Guard. They do hold that tower as Manta. They move away from the Roshan and try to take a tower push instead. But they did it under all of the vision in the world from Crimson Guard. So Crimson Guard knew exactly what was happening, knew exactly what they want to do about it, and now they're going to be the ones to secure the Roshan here. What happened for Manta there? Like, what do you think was the thought process behind the call to go take that tower?
Well, they did go for a rush in the end. And like with Luna's aura, they probably thought, oh, we're gonna be doing a lot of damage, extra damage to rush because we have, you know, all of our heroes here, and we'll be able to take it fast enough.
Looks like we're gonna see instantly a pop out from Sunny once again, popping the smoke. So, I mean, you want to try to not die when you pop a smoke as a position 5, but if somebody's got to do it, you're happy it's you. Well, they went for the Roche play, right? Then they got forced out of the Roche pit with the shrapnel, and then they walked up through these Crimson Guard wards to try to take that tower, or they took the engagement up here, 4v4, and Animage TP'd in, and Luna couldn't get there. I don't know, it seemed strange to me, which is why I asked if you, like, see where that's coming from.
Maybe they thought that they were strong enough to take a 4v4, 4v5 engagement without the Luna. And just let Luna farm her next few items or so in the jungle while Pugna just sort of pressures down the tower. But obviously not, and that was actually the blink reveal from Earthshaker as well. In that fight.
They get a big blink echo off there before.
Yeah, it
I
was like a
back
3-man.
Yeah, there was also the engagement happening down here, Luna versus AM, so... I'm surprised AM was actually able to get... Actually, no, I'm not. He would have just blinked away and gotten the TP. There's going to be a fissure to try to keep Boda Pro alive, but it's not quite long enough to get onto Frogger. Now Doom coming out onto Necro. Avalot's taking a lot of damage here. There's going to be the blink in from Sidlow, however, and he's able to get a fantastic ult off and another Echo Slam coming out from Abomination, blinking in for that, and Sidlow now going to run after Manta Style. Manta Style, or rather, Tower is going to kill off Live Grade, giving off the... That's wrong, right? That tower killing 206 each. I don't think he's worth 600 gold here, right?
He might be. I don't know. I don't know. I think that's a little bit bugged, honestly, but...
Yeah, the fight recap says that the only person who got gold there for the death of Life was Earthshaker. So, it's all kinds of wrong. I actually think both of those are wrong.
That is a little bit of extra space for Luna. I mean, you lost 4 heroes, right? But the more farmed this Luna gets, the harder the game is for him.
Yeah, so Sidlow now using the Manta, or revealing the Manta. And Sidlow has to blink away. He does still have the Aegis, so he can play a little bit more aggressive than he thinks he wants to. Fire Blast does go out onto the correct AM there. And now Retman, he's going to throw up a ward, or Sentry thinks that he found a ward, but I think that was just AM seeing him coming up the hill.
They're actually starting to group with the Luna here, so I think this is where the game, and they're thinking like, okay, like it's really time to get serious. Like, let's 5-man, let's push down some towers.
Yeah,
make sure we.
Tower for sure.
They want to use the early pressure that Pugna offers.
I do want to point out, Boba Pro decided to go for a Shadow Blade as his item after he had the Dragonlance Mask of Madness. Blink forward from Fire Blast. He does not have a Doom available just yet. Now there's going to be the massive heal out of Avalanche using that Ghost Shroud, and the ult is used from Night Stalker as well, taking away the vision from Manta Style. Manta Retman is going to survive for the time being. I think he does end up dying. Going to try to heal him up and try to get into base to get enough heal. Does he survive?
He used a salve in base too.
Okay, and a salve. He's actually totally fine. Yeah, he went from almost surviving, or rather from definitely dying, because though it was golden above his head, to having that that black above his head, so he was going to heal all the way up to full with all of that bonus. So now Avalanche, Frogger comes in with the Invis ring. They're looking for him. Blink forward and Doom out onto Avalanche. He's not going to be able to get the heals off this time. Silence, though, comes out at the very end of nighttime, so that's going to last. Actually, I guess the Silence gets refreshed or changed when the nighttime changes today. Looks like live grade was just holding the AM off on the backside with a bit of a root. So Avalanche is going to go down. Do you know how that works? If the Silence goes off, the Crippling Fear from Sunny,
Yeah.
does the day duration get used once it turns to daytime, even if you start it at night?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
It like not resets it, but like if it's greater than the day duration, which is 3, like say you had 4 seconds left of silence and it switches to day, then it's just 3 seconds.
Oh, okay. I was expecting an 8-second silence. It was like 4. I was very confused. Maybe see Redman go down here, but it looks like did not want to burn the assassinate on that, so he's gonna go ahead, just back away on that play. Didn't want to stay in the area long enough to use the assassinate, really. How is Sidlow doing? He has his Manta style now, working on Aghanims, so he does not want to get doomed this game. And actually, this is really good for him. Like, there's a fair number of spells that can be used to pop a Lincolns, but you don't really want to use any of those on an Aghanims at this point. Like, the Light Tree doesn't do anything. The Ethereal is not something you're super happy using on yourself when you're trying to be offensive. Clearly, you don't want to use the Doom. You don't want to root yourself as Doom. Luna probably is the only one. You can BKB Light Beam and be happy with that. Also, apparently, there's going to be the Blink Echo formation turning this down. He's also able to get the 4-step forward and another 4-man stun out of the fissure. This is falling apart very quickly for Manta style, but with BKB used, revealed from he's going to do a lot of damage here. And he's going to try to get people down. Avalanche trying to get the side off as the BKB goes down, but it is not going to be enough. However, Fire Fist, even though he was able to get the kill onto Retman, he is probably going to go down as he gets chased on the Golden Pro and Sunny on the backside. Animage was killing off Retman, and now with the silence, this should be the end of the Doom. Sidlow getting that as well, and a final snipe. Blink forward from Sidlow, it's not even required. Goes down. 5 people die from Manta style off the back of that massive team fight turnaround from Sunny. I think it was Sunny.
It was the Earthshaker Abomination.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a huge Echo Slam.
That was not just the Echo Slam, too. Like, he Echo Slammed, catching 4, and then 4-staff forward, turned around and fissured so that he could get the Aftershock out on the Doom as well. And that was just magnificent. Fantastic positioning and awareness from... Abomination? Yeah, Abomination. In that fight.
Yeah, that was just like he did so much damage.
Yeah, he did everything in that fight, dude. I don't have the fight recap anymore, but I would be willing to bet that he did like half the damage over the course of that. We do see a 4-staff now coming out for Retman, and the mech is finished on Avalanche. What else do we have coming through? Aghanims comes out of Sidlow off that fight, and the tower that they were able to take afterwards. There's a blink now for Frogger. So they're trying to get forward in these fights and make sure that they're the ones taking the initial engagement. Invisrune picked up by Fire Fist, but he is going to be spotted out by a combination Ward and Sentry in the jungle for Crimson Guard. He does have his pipe finished as well, so trying to prevent some of that damage in the future, but it was not off in time. It wasn't close enough to get it off in time for that Echo Slam. Sidlow, meanwhile, doing what Animage does, grabbing that bottom tower in this wood push as this fight happens, and he is going to TP back here, I would assume, unless he is going to continue. Yeah, not even going to go for the TP just yet. But with a pro, holding everyone back for the time being with his shrapnel, but that is his last charge for 10 seconds, so... It's potentially difficult to make this happen. Looks like Sidlow is trying to bait some movement out. Now he's just going to hit with his illusions. Now he's ready to TP back, it looks like. Maybe. He's waiting until the last moment. Like he knows that he's got to try to make the play here. Now we're going to see the root come out onto Sniper. Blink forward and Dust. Fire Fist. He's able to get the root off. He's probably going to throw. No, he's not going to throw anything. Doom is not used just yet. And he's going to die without using it. Once again, the Echo Slam being used to great effect. Uz up here on the high ground. He has his BKB, but it doesn't matter. He's just getting popped there by Bobo the Pro, doing a lot of damage there. Buyback comes out from Earthshaker, and it's going to be a 5 versus 3 engagement as they try to force themselves outside of the base. Blink forward from Sidlow. Going to get a couple right clicks. Live Grade gets the stun out from a self Fortunes, and he's going to use the ult on himself, and he will eventually die. Now we're going to see Sidlow blinking forward, trying to get onto Magma as well. He gets ethereal, he gets silenced, and cannot come back into this fight. He's just given up, and he's going to go ahead and just try to farm something. He might be seen here. Sunny has vision. They're blinking forward with Earthshaker. Abomination going to try to get a fissure, but not quite in the range for it. Looking for it. Not quite there for him. Once again, just Abomination tearing the fight apart. Like, his Blink Echoes in this game have been stellar.
It's really hard to take these fights when you don't see the Earthshaker. And, like, they have this draft where they want to just sort of hit the towers, and Earthshaker does not want you to do that. So
For sure. It wasn't even like a big multi-man Echo that time. Like, Abomination... He
was
had
a 3-man.
I mean, he had a 3-man, he had a 4-man Aftershock Echo available from where he was, right? He could have blinked here and gotten a 3-man Aftershock with the Echo also hitting onto the Doom on this side, right? But instead he blinks onto the Doom here, gets the Aftershock on just the Doom with the damage, but no Aftershock on the 3 heroes here, throws out the Fissure, and keeps the Doom stunned so long that he can't get Doom off before he dies to the right clicks from Bobo the Pro and Sidlow.
This will come in handy.
Like, choosing to go for what you might call like a suboptimal Echo, but really it's the best Echo it could have been. However, Manta are hiding in the Roche pit, and that's going to be the end of Bobo the Pro as he tries to walk back.
He gets deleted. They might actually look for Roche here, but they'll just try to push down the lanes while Sniper's down. They're going to try and force his buyback, and Sniper's really their best high ground defense hero. Earthshaker is there as well, and Echo Slam's off cooldown. So it's a little bit scary, but even just forcing the Sniper to buyback is decent.
I don't even think Fire Fist got his pipe off in that fight. Like, he was stunned so permanently. He should precast it right now, though, I think. Especially now that the Veil's already out. Once again, just the fissures out of Abomination, like holding everyone back outside of the tower for as long as can be done. There is high ground vision, it looks like, so yeah, eventually there's going to be the end of Sunny off the back of a Lucent Beam.
I don't think they...
Manta, they're going to get the Fire Blast. This was really aggressive, but now there's the Echo again. They're able to get one kill right away on the Ogre, but there's going to be the False Promise out onto He's going to turn it around. He's going to try to hit people. He's not taking damage right now. Will heal up at the end of this. No, he's taking damage at this point. He's being hit, and he should eventually die. Yeah, he goes down at the end, but he's doing a lot of damage in the meantime. Now there's going to blink forward. It's still 4 dead on the side of Avalanche on the side of Manta Style after Sidlow blinks forward and uses that Mana Void. And that's going to be a side kill onto Oracle as well. He says, I'm not going to take that death timer. I'm buying back immediately. I have to be here to push out these lanes. At least get this bottom lane from pushing in. Get that timer on cooldown. And now Sidlow, after being behind for so long in the game, like, he has a 5k gold lead over Luna at this point. And yeah, just, I mean, it's AM, right? Get your Battle Fury, get the game. Making room for the Aegis, his second Aegis this game. There is a cheese available this time. Probably going to go the way of Bobo? Yeah, Bobo's making room. In fact, Bobo's taking the Aegis and Sidlow's taking the cheese. So
they made, like, a really good... They've had, like, really good vision this side on Crimson Guard.
Yeah, look at all of these sentries.
Not only that, but just, like, the way they were using their wards. Like, they had 3 in this top area, like top dire jungle, just to protect AM's farm for like the whole game basically.
And I spotted out 2 smokes, I think, and allowed them to win that fight up here, right?
Yeah, I think so. Because like they had a ward and there. And it's just like AM just had free reign over the jungle and they really couldn't do that much about it.
Now it's Crimson Guard's turn to push up the high ground. They were able to get that first Rax in the game over here in the last push, and They did have to buy back a couple of heroes. They got to be safe, because if they do die, there's no buyback available this time. But Bottom's being pushed in concurrently, and Sidlow, he's just going to right-click to death Fire Fist, forcing out the false promise, in fact. And yeah, he has to get back. It's getting earned up, but meanwhile, top lane is going to get pushed on by Bobo and Avalanche. Just right now, Manta are being picked apart at the scene. Sidlow even considering another blink in, still has the cheese. And there's an Aegis up here on Bobo to Pro. Like, who do you go on if you're Manta style right now? They've decided maybe they're going to try to get onto Bobo. They have the dust, but not able to get close enough. Now, another dust coming out from Manta. They're going to go immediately out onto Sniper. But Sniper does have that 1.5 second cooldown on Assassinate, or rather, delay on Assassinate. He is going to get doomed. Manta going to go ahead and decrepify himself in order to try to survive for the time being. But even under the Doom, like, with the lifesteal, it doesn't matter. And it's an Aegis. Fire Fist does eventually go down. Avalanche finishing him off, so he's going to get the regen. Sidlow blinking in, and that's going to be the end of the Oracle as well. Echo Slam, once again, not even used too much for the stun, just used for the damage and the zone, and it is going to work for them. That's going to be the end of the Oracle. That's a dieback, or the end of Retman, rather. And blink forward, that's also the end of everyone on Manta style. 3 buybacks coming out, but it doesn't matter. Doom dies almost immediately upon coming back in. Cheese has been used. Bobo Pro has used the Aegis, so they gotta be a little bit careful here. There's a Fire Blast coming out, but racks are down. And Bobo Pro just slowing everyone up. He does have a Scotty now at this point. Blink forward from Sidlow. He's gonna try to get for the bash, but not being able to get the attack off. Doesn't matter. Bobo Pro just walks him down. And I did see Avalanche goes down to Frogger up here on the top. But it doesn't matter. That's gonna be 3 sets of racks. Megas come in, and GG is called. Crimson Guard take game 2. So it is 1-1 in this series so far in the upper bracket quarterfinals. And we are going to see a game 3.
2 comebacks in a row, huh?
Yeah. It's like 2014 all over again.
Don't remind me.
Come on, you don't want to see Death Prophet and Pugnut every game.
No.
Okay.
Death Prophet's like probably the most boring hero in the game.
Nah, that's a Viper, dude.
No, Viper, at least, like, you can do stuff on Viper. DP is just like you pop the ult and you hope you live. That's all you do.
Razor might be the most boring. Or DK.
Yeah, Razor's definitely pretty fun. Hey, don't shit talk DK, okay?
DK's like the most boring hero in the game.
DK's like my favorite hero.
I'm sorry. My condolences to your family. But we're going to go ahead and get in the lobby. We'll be back for game 3 here in this upper bracket quarterfinals. Hope you've enjoyed so far, and we will see you shortly.